Check that you have all of your patterns. Front top, waist, back top, sleeve. Front skirt, back skirt, sash. Sew the main fabric back and front along the shoulder with a 1 cm seam allowance. Sew the lining fabric back and front top along the shoulder with a 1 cm seam allowance. Align the main and lining panels together along the neckline and sew with a 1 cm seam allowance. Grab a pair of scissors and snip into the seam allowances to reduce tension. Flip open the lining and understitch on the lining, making sure to catch onto the seam allowances below. Fold the lining in and iron well. Feel free to baste both panels together along the outer edge. If not, trim away excess lining peeking through. At the neckline, make sure the lining is not visible from the right side. On the outer waist panel, the one without interface, mark out the sewing line following the paper pattern. Make sure that the panel stops exactly at the center line, not before or after. Sew panels together with a 1 cm seam allowance. From the right side, check that the front top panels meet perfectly in the center of the waist panel. Take the inner waist, the one with interfacing, and sew to the outer waist with a 1 cm seam allowance. Grab a pair of scissors and snip into the seam allowance to reduce the bulk. Flip down the waist panels and iron well. Baste them together along the outer edges to seal them up. Fold the sash into half and sew along one short and long edge with a 1 cm seam allowance. Turn it inside out. I'll be using a loop turner, but you can use any other tool that you have. Iron well and repeat for the other panel. Align the open edge of the sash to the waist panel. Leaving a 1 cm gap at the bottom. Baste the panels together with a 0.5 cm seam allowance. Repeat for the other side. Mark the center of the waist and front skirt panels. Sew 2 rows of gathering stitches along the top of the skirt panel. Gently gather the skirt panel to match the width of the waist panel. Sew them together with a 1 cm seam allowance. Mark the center of the back top and back skirt. Sew 2 rows of gathering stitches along the top of the skirt panel. Gently gather the skirt panel to match the width of the waist panel. Sew them together with a 1 cm seam allowance, making sure the center matches up. Sew the front and back panels along the side seams with a 1 cm seam allowance. Check that the waist seams match up. Make sure that the sash is tucked in while sewing. Repeat for the other side. On the sleeve, sew gathering stitch along the sleeve crown. Fold the sleeve into half and sew along the side seam with a 1 cm seam allowance. Fold up the sleeve hem by 3 cm and iron well. Then top stitch 2 cm from the folded edge. Sew the sleeve to the armhole with a 1 cm seam allowance, focusing the gathers at the shoulder seam. Fold up the skirt hem by 3 cm and iron well. Then top stitch 2 cm from the folded edge. And there you have it. Your dress is completed. Depending on the stretch of your fabric, you may or may not need to add a zip at the side.